Hi, everybody. This is Jen Coombs. Happy Tuesday, everybody. I'm going to wait for some people to jump on. It's 12:04 p.m. So we got 3 people watching. Got 5 people. Yeah, like at least wait until like the 2 minute mark. Right now, I'm like sort of watching Pink Camera Magic right now with her live stream. Yeah, this is like gotta make this up like that. What's the topic of the day today? Well, it's Tuesday. It's a, it's the day after Labor Day weekend. So is everybody getting ready for the fall? It's like two. It's at the 2 minute mark. Okay. I just got. I had a good interactive meeting with the Howell Township Police Chief Andy Kudrick this morning. It was very productive and everything else. And it's nice to have that dialogue with him. And he showed me a couple of things like within the police station. I'm grateful that I had the opportunity to have. Um, and he educated me like a little bit about the dispatch, what dispatchers go through, and everything else. And that job is very critical to the police officers that's out there on the road. And like I said, and I'm always gonna say this, that there's always surveillance all over the place, no matter where you go. There's like surveillance, and like I said, and I noticed that along the way too. Even on like highways and stuff like that, there's always, I don't care. There's always surveillance somewhere. It doesn't matter if it comes from private businesses or even bus- private citizens, their homes, or apartment buildings, or businesses, or even coming from the government. There's always surveillance all over the place. So if you think you can get away from that. You can't. So I don't want to really go into detail about the meeting that I have with Chief Police Chief Andy Kudrick, but he, but it's a nice dialogue that I had with him. Um, and I did. I actually addressed the video with Wandering News regarding Wandering News with him, and I, and he, and but I don't want to go like beyond what we talked about. But he did say that the police officer handled it wrong, but there could have been like a different way of handling it. So and I understand like where he's coming from. So I mean I don't want to like talk for him, but I want to. But on the other hand, I want to convey like with what we talked about. Um, I'm like I said, I'm pro community all the way. But he did say the cop could have handled the situation much differently. So so that's good to hear. And hopefully the officer will learn from that. Officer Davis. So hopefully he'll learn from that. And he's like one of the younger guys too. So but like I said, we have to all learn to just escalate the situation all around. And it doesn't matter if you are the citizen or the police or whoever. People need to learn to just escalate the situation. Um, because when things when things get out of control, nothing nobody's a winner in that situation. Nobody is. And that's the truth. So, like I said, the meeting I had with Captain Police Chief Andy Kuderick was very productive and everything else. And like I said, I'm very grateful for the opportunity that I have with him. Um, and Andy Kuderick sees me as citizen media. So, and that means a lot to me. And but you got to understand that I'm still learning the ropes and everything else. But the fact that he recognizes me as citizen media, it means a lot to me. I mean, like I said, law enforcement does not have an easy job. And I'm gonna be honest, citizens don't have they don't have it easy either. I mean, plain and simple, life is not easy for anybody. It doesn't matter who you are or what walk of life that you come from. doesn't matter. Life is not easy no matter what. And I want to address another issue. It appears that like people like it appears that people and a lot of like some of the videos I've been watching lately, people have their they have I mean expressing a lot of their anger issues on videos, and I don't know if that's a good thing or not. And like people go on this tirade about stuff, and I mean, but anything and everything, and sometimes what they say in that tirade is not true or inaccurate or whatever the reason is. And the only thing that I'm saying is that people need to deal with their anger issues in a much healthier way, other than going on tirades, on videos and everything else, or going off on people that you don't know, or lashing out at other people. Again, does that resolve anything? So I'm gonna like look up something. People, people lashing out at other people. And I'm gonna be honest. I'm guilty of it from time to time. I'm not perfect. So I found something. So this is from the Mercury News. Again, I am doing this live feed on the fly. There's no like preparation for it, no nothing. Why other people are crucially lashing out against those they perceive as other. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I don't like the article. Like I said, I am just. Like I said, like again, I'm doing this all on the fly. Okay, I can't find a legitimate article that I want to put up about people lashing out at other people. I mean, this one article is like learning not to lash out. It's from like Psychology Today. Or here's another one. Why do people lash out? Those who lash out don't know there are options other than uncontrolled rage that might bring a confrontation to a more satisfactory conclusion. Um, more often, rage is a substitute for fear. Rather than show their fear, rage is how they learn to react in any situation they fear they cannot control. With little insight and practice, other coping skill wait. With little insight and practice, other coping skills can replace self-defeating behavior such as lashing out. One might recognize that by reacting, it allows the other person to control how you feel. You got that? So basically, it's like when people lash out. It's like the underlining thing is because of fear. Most often, rage is a substitute for fear. Rather than show their fear, rage is how they learn to react in any situation they fear they cannot control. So, and that's the truth. So it's like, so my thing is that, and this is really directed towards me, is that why, how come there's like several people who actually who is very fearful of me because they go on this on these tirades and everything else. To me, like, what's wrong with building bridges with the government and law enforcement? Yeah, I mean, and like I said, Police Chief Andy Kudrick from the Howell Township Police, he knows there's like plenty of things that I disagree with him when it comes to law enforcement, but he knows that I have an underlying respect for them as well. And plus that, and there's some things I agree with him on that I agree with law enforcement on. Hey, and a diver, don't people want to understand the rationale when it comes to how police operate or even government operates? Why this happens, or how come that happens, or how come this doesn't happen, or that doesn't happen? I mean, let's expose anything and everything. I don't care how little the issue is. I mean, I don't care if it's a some display within a hallway of a public building. But I'm just using that as an example. So, I mean, like I said, I'm not perfect. Never was, never will be. And they diver, yes, you are right. The reality is there are tyrants in all walks of life. Correct. You are absolutely correct. And like I said, it's just, to me, life is too short, everybody. Life is too short. Then someday, every single one of us is gonna die soon. Not die soon. Every single one of us is gonna die at one point. And when you're on your deathbed and you're looking back, at what you left behind, are you gonna be happy with it? Are you gonna be at peace with it? Hold on. I mean, when you're on your deathbed, are you gonna be at peace with what you left behind in your life? Or 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 anything else? The decisions that you didn't make, or the decisions that you made? And people don't, and people can't be don't have to be afraid to go after, to follow their own dreams and goals that they have set up for themselves either, unless it's unlawful. That's a whole different story. Hey, and a diver, I'm at peace with myself at this point. And that's what counts the most right now. So if I die tomorrow unexpectedly, God forbid, at least I will die knowingly. I'm at peace. I'm at peace with myself. But I want to do more. But I want to. I want to do other stuff. Sorry, Debbie. What settlement are you talking about? But I'm not, Debbie. I'm not trying to talk about like dying in a negative way. I'm just talking about like, uh, what was the date of the town meeting? Oh, okay. Like I said, no. It was just like just to let you know, this settlement comes from a Oprah lawsuit that I filed against Avon. That's it. That's where the settlement came from. So, like I said, the settlement came from a an Oprah lawsuit that I filed against the town. Nothing big. What information? I requested payroll information from them. Like I said, nothing big. Why did I file in a lawsuit? Well, um, because the information, because Avon, because the town broke the Oprah law and they didn't give me the records that I requested. So that's why I filed a lawsuit because the town broke the Oprah law, or they were in violation of the Oprah law. I think that's the correct terminology. Yeah, because the Avon was in violation of the Oprah law. Was it monetary settlement? It was fee. It was to pay my attorney fees. That's it. I didn't get any money out of this deal. It was just fees to pay my attorney. That's it. And like I said, if like I said that now I'm interested in it. I should like look up their council minutes. Like I said, if they didn't violate the Oprah law, they didn't have to pay my attorney fees and stuff like that. And this is like, and again, and this was all um over payroll. So Avon, I understand where you're coming from, but this was a clerk's decision, so it really had nothing to do with the police in this matter. Again, law enforcement had nothing to do with this at all. It was the it was the it was the clerk's decision, along with your attorney's decision. So please do not drag their police department into any of this. They had nothing to do with it. So, like I said, I don't have any issues with the police department there. But I did have issues with the clerk, with the town clerk or administrator, who did not want to follow the Oprah law. So, like I said, do not drag their police department into any of this. And I'm gonna put Avon Police Department. They're a good police department. Even if there's like some things I disagree with, but I mean they're okay. They're good. Actually, I don't have any issues with them. This one cop from Avon, he's the canine officer, and I can go up to him and just talk about almost anything and everything. He's a good officer. And like I said, and I appreciate that any opportunity that I can talk to him. He's very knowledgeable. And this is what I mean, that if you treat them with respect, they're gonna treat, in more cases, and more than not, they're gonna treat you with respect. I'm not saying every single case, but in most cases. You're welcome, Jay Slick. I mean, like I said, I mean, the one Lieutenant Mike, he retired, I think earlier this year or the year before. I had a great report with him too. I wished he never retired though. And I'm gonna be honest, I wish like Bradley Beach, I think Bradley Beach needs to change around for the better. Jace, oh, you saw him surfing in June? That's good. And they diver, where did you get that? Thank you. I'm trying to look for the motion and I can't find resolution. Oh, I see it. Okay. Thank you, Ende Diver. I'm gonna be honest. At this point, I don't know what's the exact amount though. So I can't even say like what's the exact amount. Hey, Jay Slick, yeah, I kind of like feel sorry for you because it's your tax dollars that they wasted. Because the town didn't want to comply with the Oprah law. And this was only over payroll. That's it. Payroll. So, okay, this is Jen Coombs from Time to Change Jersey Style. It's going on the 43-minute mark. So, I think I talked enough. So, I didn't really talk about anything big. And like, I'm gonna be honest, like a lot of my random live streams, they're not like really scripted or prepared. So it's like, I just go, I just go on the fly with stuff. And maybe over time, I can like be more prepared and stuff like that. But on the other hand, I don't like scripted things either. I like to have dialogue, interaction with the viewers and things like that. So I'm like going back and forth on that scripted stuff. So like I said, this is Jen Coombs from Time to Change Jersey Style. I will see everybody in Flipside. It's all about transparency, accountability, and building bridges. And be safe, everybody. Be safe. Thumbs up.